So I was talking to God earlier, and one of the things I was asking him, I was just like, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Are there certain areas in my life where you don't trust me? Where is it something that I can be worked on? And God literally responded. He was just like, "Well, do you trust yourself?" And I was like, "Huh? Like, what do you mean?" And he was just like, "I gave you the clearance. I gave you the go to go do what you're supposed to be doing. I gave you the go on as far as what processing and going through the things that I told you to do as far as what go out, be creative, do those things." And he was like, "But do you trust yourself? Like, do you trust yourself financially that you feel like you can make a better decision financially? Do you feel like, oh, I'm not going to spend my money on frivolous things that's only going to cause temporary satisfaction as far as like the drinking and going out and buying this and buying these type of things because you may want it, but you don't need it. Do you trust yourself in that category? Do you trust yourself in a relationship that you feel like I can choose the right person who will never, as far as it won't hurt you? Do you trust yourself that you just want to be safe all the time, honestly, where you don't want to make a move because you feel like being out of that safety zone, then it affords mistakes and hurt to happen? Do you trust yourself in the relationship that the person that you talk to will not harm you or would not cause hurt or way they even may hurt you? But do you trust yourself to at least stand out and go towards that? Do you trust yourself in that? Do you trust yourself in regard to the purpose that he has for you? That you feel like you want to make the right moves, that you feel like, oh, I want to do this correctly. I don't want to do anything that's going to cause damage. I want to choose to make sure that I'm making the right decision that, of course, goes for his kingdom. Don't you think he has equipped you for that already? Don't you think that, of course, you have the discernment to know whether it is for you and whether it's not for you, as far as that plan may be a bad plan or maybe a good plan? But you won't know until you step out, until you trust yourself. So why are you going through life feeling being safe when God has already given you the clearance to not be safe? The thing is, actually, He will keep you safe. He will keep you from harm. Just like He said in His word, for I know the plans that I have for you. So, wouldn't, as far as with you stepping out on that faith and stepping out and making those risks, wouldn't you think that's part of His plan? Asked God, I was like, hey, is there a scripture that kind of goes with this? So he gave me like Deuteronomy 4:9. And so I looked it up in the NIV version, but I realized I like the Amplified version better. Like in many of us, and I can say of myself, we went out and made dumb decisions. We went out and made decisions that, of course, we probably are living with now, no matter if it's in life decisions, relationship decisions. We went out and made decisions that we were like, all right, cool, I'm gonna be a risk taker and I'm gonna go do this and da 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 da. No matter if it's the job that we're at now, that we're like, oh man, probably shouldn't have done that. But it's like we did those risks and we see where it got us, where we learned things. And it's just like now that we have, of course, our relationship with God and the journey that we have with Him, we're like, oh, well, I just want to be safe. I just want to make the right decision. And God is like, before you was a risk taker, but now you want to be safe. We can still be those risk takers. Just now that we have wisdom and now that we have that relationship with him, we can say, hey, I'm about to go do this. I'm thinking about doing this. Is this cool with you? Does that align with your kingdom? Does it align with your plan? Is this it? And he'll be like, yeah. Or he might be like, no. And we'll just be like, all right, cool. But it's the fact is that we went out and tried to do something instead of us waiting. And I think that's where we get the misconception of, oh, I'm in this waiting period. No, you're in this waiting period because you want God to move, but you have not moved your feet at all. You're still sitting on your butt trying to figure out in regarding of what can I do? I just want to be safe in his arms and I'm waiting for him to move. Meanwhile, he is like, but you have not stepped out in faith. You haven't did anything. You expect for me to perform miracles while you just sitting on your couch just waiting? No, he does not work like that. Do something and think of something. Go out and do it. Think about it. Go to him when you do it. Write down the vision and make it plain. Write down your plans. Do that. He's not going to move if you don't move. He's already set it up. You just have to go out and do it. But yet, so many of us are just scared because we're like, oh, I don't want to make the wrong decision and be in the situation. Da, 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 da. Isn't that what discernment is for? In those moments, we think less of him because we depend on him for so much more. And he's just like, okay, cool. I understand you depend on me, but you gotta move. He's like pushing us out of a nest in order for us to fly. But we sit up here scared to fly just because all the accidents we had before. Okay, we learned from that. We learned that, yes, depending on flesh is stupid. We became stupid. But it's the fact is we gotta go. We gotta move. So the fact is like, you can't say in regard to I trust in God, but then God is like, okay, cool. I trust in you too, but do you trust yourself? Stop acting scared and just move and go do it. Do it for you, do it for him. But you gotta get up and go. You can't just sit up here and just wait for it to come to you. You gotta go out and get it. Can't say you're a hustler and you got a hustle mentality, but yet you sit up here living in slumber. So anyway, that was my conversation with God. Peace.